we live yet?
Yeah, I think we're live. We are live.
Maybe.
No, we're live.
Yeah, we are. I just got it on my phone.
I don't have it yet.
Volume queen.
There it
It's
goes.
down. Got it.
Episode 100. You believe that, David?
It's hard to believe sometimes.
100.
When we put this together, Queen, I remember me, Shane, and David pretty much sitting right here going, what are we going to talk about?
We're still. What are we going to
Yeah,
talk
what are we
about?
gonna talk
Here we
about?
are, 100 episodes later, and we're still, what are we going to talk about?
You know what? I know what we're going to talk about.
What are we going to talk about?
You need to get it shared around, especially the Gunnersville page.
Oh, yeah?
We gotta we gotta have a discussion about that. I feel like stirring the soup tonight.
All right. We got a giveaway to give out tonight, too, so. For our 100th episode.
Yep. Tim Kelly.
What's up?
How'd you end up at Murray, Tim? I got 19 viewers. Oh, you're sharing us.
Yeah, I'm going to get it shared around.
See, it took that away on my phone.
Android, man. Oh, you're Android, too.
What is this? What is that?
They changed it. That's our international connection right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It sure is.
How do I not have it on mine?
I don't know. It used to be something else, and they changed the name of it.
Of course. All right. Had a limit. There you go. Hey, at least you got a limit. Limits are good. Well, based off of the results, it looks like it took 5 big fish to do anything.
That Murray?
Yes,
Yeah,
27.
wasn't there a 7 1/4 weight or something like that, too?
Old boy won it with like 27 and change.
That's doing it, man.
Hello, Mom. You in the group tonight, or what are you doing over there? You need a haircut.
I just shared everything.
You need a haircut.
No, I'm growing it out like the cool kids.
Are you?
Yeah.
You gonna
2 years.
You gonna have
I'm
a
cut it-
blowout?
I'm gonna cut it in 2 years.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
You're getting like me. You got a bunch of gray in that stuff now.
you need to start wearing flip flops. Get some tan on your
That's
feet.
why I tell my daughter I'm growing it out like the cool kids.
I bet
She says,
she
"Dad,
loves. I bet she loves that,
Dad."
doesn't she?
Yeah.
You can't even get her to go fishing or hunting anymore, can you?
Mm-mm. She wants to drive. That's all she wants to do now.
Oh boy.
Just drive. She's supposed to want to get. I think she can get her license in August sometime. So she's got to get enough hours in.
You got a car lined up for her?
Mm-hmm. That truck, old truck, boy.
The 2 work trucks ago truck.
Yeah.
Did you see what my mom said?
Keep it clean. What are you talking about? When have I not kept it clean?
She knows you have. I told her about me picking at you.
All right, almost there.
I'm a clean kind of guy.
Oh man, hang on a second. Now I got reps messaging me about coming, changing times.
All right, so we haven't been. Well, I haven't been here in quite some time. Between baseball and travel schedules and vacations and all that good stuff, it's been some time since I've been here. So we've had lots of stuff happen since I've been back, David. So
You had a baby.
we
Well,
had a
you
baby.
you didn't physically. Your wife
My
had a
wife
baby,
had
but
a
you
baby.
you participated. It counts too.
I was there. And my name's on the birth certificate, so
That's a good
you know,
thing.
it's a done deal.
Hey, that's always good.
So yeah, we did. Well, he's 3 weeks old tomorrow.
How's sleep?
It's you know,
You're still working. You're still working that kink out.
yeah. He likes to sleep during the day, and he wakes up about 9:30, 10 o'clock. You know, like an hour after we put our other 2 kids to bed, and then he's up till I don't know 1 o'clock. So
Boy.
it's
Well, one's not terrible.
it's tough. More tough on my wife than it is for me, for sure.
Well, yes.
'Cause she is feeding him. I cannot participate in that
No.
event yet.
No.
But it's been great. He's doing good. He's gaining weight. Mom's doing well, healing up. So
So that's good.
no more. That's it. Unless we have divine
Divine
intervention.
intervention.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine I went to school with that had divine intervention like this past, like a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, I'm
boy.
not saying
He's my age.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but
And he already had 4. Now he's got 5. A newborn at 45 years old.
No. No. No.
That'd be rough. I think I'm good with what I got.
you said Maddie? Is that you just have
Yeah,
one?
my mom used to say, "Well, when you gonna have us another one?" I was like, "I like the one I got." I mean, you know.
Listen, I got one of my kids asking my wife about a baby brother or baby sister, and I'm like, no,
You're going to adopt? Probably
no,
adopt Queen.
no, no. He's got too much mouth to feed.
Oh, thanks, Mark. I
I'm
appreciate
glad everybody's healthy and home and
Yep.
getting back on their feet. That's
the main
good.
thing.
it. Yeah, we're doing all right. Everybody's moved back upstairs in the bedrooms, and so my wife had to have a C-section with our third one, and she can't not allowed to go up and down the stairs, which my wife's tough, so it's kind of like you cannot go up the stairs. Like,
Yeah.
don't do it. So
Put a doggy gate
She
in
ready
front of
to
the
she
go.
wouldn't care. She'd crawl over.
She wouldn't
So,
care.
Mm. How much time off work did you end up
Did
taking?
you get some maternity leave?
nah, that's paternity.
It is
So,
paternity. Well, I mean, it's a new thing.
I don't get that where I'm at.
I didn't get that.
We have FMLA, whatever.
You
it
work,
is,
Quinn?
Yeah.
Family Medical Leave Act, whatever it
I work.
was. So I took, I don't know, it was about, I guess, 7, 8, 9, something like that days. I'm in sales, so the phone really never stops ringing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You're supposed to be off, but you wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I try to be off as much as I could. When the phone doesn't ring in sales, that's when you know you got problems.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're back in action. That baseball tournament was past weekend down at Charleston Shipyard. It's kind of hard to watch baseball and watch center consoles run the Intercoastal Waterway. And
Mm.
torn between the two, right?
I'm about ready to get offshore. Turkey
It's-
season's about out, so I'm
It's happening.
going offshore
It's
soon.
happening. I
When
saw
we
a bunch
going?
of stuff down
I'm
there.
gonna plan a trip though.
Plan a trip. Let me know.
You just got back from Hatteras, right?
I was down there.
We
Yeah,
went all the way down there and didn't even go fish.
we didn't go offshore. I'll tell you what, it blew the whole week. It blew. It with my kids. I would have gone, but I wasn't gonna put them through that because I want them to have fun. I don't want it to be a stressful adventure. And
Yeah,
Have either one of y'all been to Alaska?
no,
No.
You ever been to Alaska?
I'm going though one of these days.
the
I'm
hook
going-
snatcher
I'm going duck
himself.
hunting, though.
You did.
Alaska?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Old Pug got you a shout out on here.
What'd he say?
The
You
old
snatch a
hook
hook out of
snatcher.
him?
Yeah.
That's right.
I was sitting at Hatteras.
Hey,
Pug called me
old
Friday night.
Pug was in old dire straits.
He was.
I had to ride down there and yank it out, and then it bled. Golly, he had a hook like it was in there good.
You said you had jerk on it 2 or 3 times.
No, I didn't. He's lying. I started to though, just to get him a little bit, but no, I didn't.
Listen, I was sitting at the house.
That's what we should do tonight. We should demonstrate that. You want to drive?
You want to
a
get
hook in
hooked
your
right
hand?
quick, Dave?
No, I'm still waiting on somebody to see if they can actually pull a buzzbait into my hand on mono.
No, I can't. Won't happen.
Hey, I'll tell you a story. Talk about getting hooked and stuff like that. I was in Missouri last weekend turkey hunting, and so I carried my bow up there. I was going to bow hunt while I was up there. So I've been shooting these big broadheads. It's
Right.
like 4-inch cut in diameter
Yeah.
broadheads. They're like
Yeah, but they don't spread on impact.
No, they're
on
made.
impact,
They're
right?
they're already open and they're made to shoot them in the head.
Oh,
so
for a turkey?
you shoot, yeah, you shoot them in
Okay.
the head or the neck.
I thought you shot them in the wing. I thought they had special broadheads. You shot them in the wing so they can't
They do,
fly
but
off.
these
That's
are
not the way
you
you
shoot
do
them
it.
in the head, they don't fly off.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
promise you. So, but anyway, I've got these broadheads. I've got 2 arrows. I fly them up there in my bow case. So I get all my stuff set up for in the morning. Like first morning, I'm gonna hunt. So I got my bag there. I got my little camera, my camera recorder, video camera that goes on my bow. Got it plugged in. Got my 2 arrows laying up against the. There's like a little coffee table beside my bed, and I got them laid up there because
Oh,
I don't
man.
want to. I don't want to mash my
I
fletchings.
already know what happened. Go
So
ahead.
I get up the next morning.
How
I'm
many
getting ready.
stitches you get?
Huh?
How many stitches? You get?
None. But I did step on one. So I'm over there. I pick my camera up. I put the battery in, put the lid on it, and walk over to my bag. And there's a chair like where my bag is, and my arrows are right beside it. And I walk over and I feel something on my toe. I mean, it don't like hurt bad, but it's
Yeah.
like, and I know. I look down, and the tip of that arrow is stuck in my toe about a quarter inch. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is like the first day, and I'm going to be hobbling around. And it was right on my toe where you put the pressure. So I pull it out. I'm bleeding like crazy, trying not to bleed all over my buddy's house. So I get over there, and then I have to wake him up, and I'm like, you got any alcohol or Band-Aids? I mean, it's like 4 a.m. So wake him up. He gets me some stuff. I get patched up, and then go hunt. But I was like,
you're gonna be all over social media, the whole Johnny Depp and what's her face thing about cutting the end of your toe off instead
I'm
of your
telling
finger.
you, it was bad. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it still hurt. But it's finally healing up. It's been a week now. So.
That's good. I'm sure it was a pretty clean cut with those
It
broadheads.
was. But I was worried too. Like, I'm like, it's on the bottom of my foot, might get infected. So I'm like, spread it with alcohol every night and put salve and stuff on it.
No, Pug called me. I was sitting at Hatteras.
Shane called me, and it was late because we were gonna fish the Phantom.
Hang on,
thing the
Shane
next
called
morning.
you?
Yeah, because we were gonna fish the Phantom thing the next morning.
I'm
Yeah,
sitting
he
down
was
there. It's
fishing the
like
Phantom.
it was
That's what it
9:30.
was.
9:30. Pug called and said, "You back in town yet?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I'm staying down here. Fish are biting too good. Why? What's up?" He's like, "Man, crap." I'm like, "What'd you do?" He said, "I got a whopper plopper stuck in my hand. I can't get it out." I said, "Man, let me call around, see if I can find somebody." Casey lives close. Casey will do it. Now I was sitting there thinking, like, "Oh, Queen lives right down the road." So I called Queen. I'm like, "Hey, are you in town? Or you off
I was
chasing
sitting in
turkeys?"
there in the recliner.
So I called Pug back. I said, "I'm sending Queen over to your house." He's like, "Can he do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, Queen can do it."
It'll take all 95 pounds.
All
of it.
95 pounds of it, but he can do it.
It come out first. It come out pretty easy. It didn't.
It's amazing
told-
how that works.
I told him, I was like, "Are you ready? I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2." We jerked it out.
So I have a.
You gotta get a little slack. That's the secret. A little slack, and then
Oh no,
pops right
no,
out.
Mom, no.
I opened that can of worms. Didn't
What?
I? Your mom.
Yes. I'm just gonna tell you this: if you poop on my pillow, you can expect some repercussions. Period. I'm gonna leave it at that. No more conversation about that. That's why you don't do drugs, kids.
I had to do that on myself, Queen.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It was several years ago. I had Braxton to boat with me. I think he was probably 5 or 6 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in like July. I mean, hotter than crap out here. And I was catching some little, the spotted bass out here that will get you hooked. about
Oh
that
yeah,
big.
they'll shake off and get you hooked anytime.
I was catching them on a popper, and I had one eat it right, and it had it in his face, across his face. So the only way you can grab a 12-inch spot like that is, behind his
head,
neck.
yeah.
Well, as soon as I grabbed him, he shook his head and slipped out of my hand, and it just buried the back treble hook, buried in the meat of my thumb.
Was the fish still on
Oh,
the front
yeah,
one?
absolutely.
Shaking.
Yeah, he's shaking his head, and it was just going deeper and deeper, right? And so I finally got a hold of the fish. So I'm hooked. I got the fish, it's hooked, and my little kid's standing there with the Zebco 33 looking at me like, you all right, Daddy? So I finally get the fish unhooked, and I get the treble hook off of the bait, and I find some braid, and I tie it on there, and I'm thinking, okay, do I try to pull this out, or do I ask him to do it?
You probably done the right thing.
So it was just perfect, man. It was to the point where I could push it and hold it with this finger and pull it, and I was able to do
yeah.
it. I did it first pull, and it took me about 20 minutes to get up
To get your courage to yank
Oh,
it.
yeah.
courage to do it. But I popped it out, put it right back on the pop fire, and went right back to fishing.
Shoot, I had that happen one time. This has been a long time ago before the braid trick come out. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
if you got hooked bad, you either went to the doctor or you yanked it
That's
out with
right.
pliers.
Or pushed it all the way
yeah,
through.
or pushed it through and clipped the barb. And I was fishing. It was in the springtime, and I was throwing a number 11 floating Rapala. I'll never forget it. And I threw up on this log and I jerked it, and Rascal comes up and eats
I
it.
was gonna say that was definitely a long time ago. If
He
you're
comes
fishing
up and eats
laydowns
it,
out here.
and it's like a 3.5, 4 pounder. And
That's definitely a long time ago.
I get it in the boat, and I pick it up. And as soon as I grabbed the fish and picked it up, it was like the fish shook. He was hooked on the front hook, and the fish shook and come out my hand. And like when he come out my hand, the back hook just like dug right into my finger. So he's hooked on the front hook, and he's sitting there shaking. And I mean, it's a big fish, and that thing's just like grinding in my bone, you know. And I'm like, man, this is rough. My hands done started bleeding. So when it hooked, I kind of just went down to my knees and got him on the floor of the boat. And I finally got him off, threw him back, and was standing there with the thing hooked. And I was like, well, I might have so I just got the pliers and grabbed it. And I was like,
Oh,
1,
man.
2, 3, and just yanked it right out. And man, it started pouring blood. And it took me a while to get it, to quit bleeding. But I tell you, it hurt. It was sore too. I mean, for like a week, it
Yeah,
was sore.
I'm sure.
But you could feel it like every time your heartbeat going, won't, won't,
Throbbing.
won't.
Yeah, I'm not good on getting hooked. I don't like that stuff. I only been hooked on one other time. It was in a neck, and I had to go get that one removed. My buddy got me. He went to cast, and it buried. It was a Rapala
Yeah,
or Rapala, whatever they're called, and it buried all 3 of the treble hooks.
yeah, that's
I had to go to the
bad.
emergency room and get that one out.
Yeah, them hooks don't play.
No.
Well, for our, I guess for our giveaway tonight, we're gonna give away a hat and this T-shirt back here behind us. So with it being our 100th episode, what do you think we need to ask? What was the date of our very first one?
Can we find that? Because I know you don't know it.
I do know that.
You know what the date of the very first one was, for real? Wow, you're better than I am.
You want to do that one? Or you want to do something else?
No, that's suitable.
Or do you want to give Queen a chance for? You want to do something for turkey hunting or something?
No.
Not give something away, but ask a question.
No. We'll do it. We'll do the one you.
That's fine.
We
Just
are a
throw the
fishing podcast. I mean, yeah, we've talked about wrestling. We've talked about now tonight.
I bet
Celebrities.
you everybody on our page is just scrolling right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So the first one to guess the date of the first episode wins the shirt and the hat.
Yeah, that's good.
I bet them fingers are moving.
I think I know when it is.
Come on, Brandon, don't fail us now. I know how to find out.
I don't see any.
I think. Let me see here. Oh,
March 4th. Here we got one. March 4th, 2020. Is that correct?
That's it.
Is that
It
it?
was the day before my son's birthday.
Jack Hartzell.
Jack Hartzell got it.
Congratulations, Jack Hartzell.
oh, there you go. That's easy.
Is that it? 100%.
I'll verify.
We're going to verify it, Jack, because we don't even know, to be honest with you.
That's why I said, why are we gonna go that route? We don't even know. I mean,
I knew it was the day before my son's birthday. I just couldn't remember if it was 19 or 20.
that's yeah. Let's see here.
That was quick.
That was quick.
All right,
Jack
all right.
Jack is
So Jack,
Johnny on the spot. wasn't
Jack,
he?
do you want the hat or the shirt? Thanks, Double D. I appreciate it, buddy.
Let's see here.
That was too easy. Sorry, Jack. We're going to split it.
We'll give you first option.
We'll give you first option.
So what we're gonna have to do something different though for the
Well, whichever one he doesn't want, whichever one he decides, whatever's left, we'll have to come up with
Gotcha.
another question.
So Jack, just tell us what you want, and then we got shirts in large, extra large, and 2X if you want the shirt.
Jack wants the shirt.
Jack wants a shirt.
What size?
We can figure that out. All right, so we got a hat left.
All right.
All right, you got to come up with the other one. Mine was too easy.
Oh, are you talking to me or are you talking to him?
I'm talking to you.
Oh, Lord
Mr.
have mercy.
Rusty Hooks. Bait and tackle.
Mm.
Jack, we'll get you lined up. Extra large. We can think about it a little bit longer.
Yeah, give me a minute to think about it, because
All right, so we got some tournaments.
I'll tell you a conversation piece we need to at least touch on. Did you hear that Ray Scott passed away
I did
today,
hear that.
last night at 11:30 p.m.
I
at
did hear that.
88 years old?
I did hear that. Pioneer for our sport and is gone. He did a lot, still did a lot, or still did do a lot. But when he was passed away, he still had the Ray Scott Championship every year tied to the Rams, and the original Bass Angler Sportsman Society founder. So,
I got a good question. We
got
can
a
ask
good
somebody.
question?
Yeah.
all right, what is it?
For the hat, we're doing the hat now.
Get David's approval. They'll get that one too.
Huh?
They'll get that one too.
They'll get that one.
Jack, that's fine. You can message us with your information.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
In honor of Ray Scott.
And
Yeah.
we'll do the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the question for the hat. The first one to get it wins the hat. Which hat we doing?
The
Camouflage.
The
The
camouflage.
the green
Dark
camouflage.
green
one David
camo.
has on too.
All right. So, what? This is in honor of Ray Scott. What was the first Bassmaster Classic? What lake was it held on?
And when
And when? And what date?
and who won it?
And who won?
Dang, three-parter.
Dang,
Yep.
3. That's a good one there.
And you gotta put all three in there, so don't string comments together; it won't count.
That's right. Put
No
all
string-
3
no
in your
string
answer. What lake? What year? And who won?
Boy, speaking of string betting, how about that horse race this weekend?
I didn't say I'm paying attention to it.
Oh my word, Norm, try again, buddy.
Norm's trying to string bet. Everyone's
see.
Googling now.
Everybody's Googling.
We just dropped a bunch of viewers so they can get on the old Google and look this up.
Oh,
Oh,
watch
man.
the comments as they're going to come all in at once.
Yep.
The first one we get who
No,
wins.
how about the Kentucky Derby this weekend?
I didn't see it.
80
I
to
didn't
1
watch
horse
it.
came from the back.
I normally watch it, and I didn't watch it. I was gone.
80
There he is, Hunter Spivey.
Houston Spivey.
Or Houston, sorry. I
There's
said
one
Hunter.
right here. We got
Yep.
Lake Mead 71 Murray.
Jody, you're wrong. Tim Kelly, you're wrong. It's been closed out. Houston Spivey, send us a message. You are the winner. Jason Gibson, you were a quick second place.
Houston Spivey, you get the hat, buddy. Did you actually know that, or did you have to Google it?
Hey, I guarantee it. I mean, if Jody Googled it, he missed something.
Jody probably went off memory.
I mean, he is that old. It's very possible.
I wasn't going to say that, but.
I said it. I
He
said it.
missed the year. The year 71.
My mom doesn't even fish, and she Googled it.
You know, you can go and watch that full episode of the first Bassmaster Classic on YouTube. It's
Really?
pretty cool to watch.
Really?
Look at what the trolling motors look like and the bass boats and all that type of stuff. Because, you know,
The bass boats look like little bathtubs.
they do, but it was right before the Elite Series. Even when they fished out here, you know, the boats were sponsored at the Classics. They used to be, right? You used to show up,
Yeah.
they used to put you in a boat and all that stuff. You didn't get to fish out of your stuff, out of your own stuff.
Listen, you go fish the All-American. Now, they might have changed now that the boat business has gotten tough, but All-American, you show up and you get put in a boat and they're all stocked. Like,
Yeah.
But what I found when I did go, even though I was a co-angler, it was amazing to me. You can have 50 of the same boats out of the same factory set up the same way, and it'll be 2 of them. They
That's
got about
faster.
2.5, 3 miles an hour faster than the rest of
Depends on who laid the fiberglass that day.
them.
If they were heavy-handed or not. What happened to the pistol grip? What is that? Is that an inside thing? Or is he talking about the pistol grip rod?
Pistol grip.
I think there were too many carpal tunnel surgeries and tennis elbow surgeries. Probably that's why it kind of went away. I think he's talking about what happened to pistol grip rods because that was big back in us.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
huge.
The rods used to be smaller back in too when they had the pistol grip. They was like 6 footers.
5.5. I'll never forget when my dad brought the first 7-foot rod on, thinking, "Good gosh, what are we going to do with this thing? This thing's
We're
so
surf
long."
fishing. We're surf fishing now.
It's my Carolina rig rod right here.
I don't know, man. Have you ever? You've probably fished with a pistol grip.
I have.
That's
Yeah, I
Shimano.
have to. I have
Shimano.
well, you're
Bull-
old enough, Queen. I mean, I hate to out you, but you are
Shimano
kind of old
bullwhip.
fella.
to. I have to.
Shimano bullwhip with a Abu Garcia 5500 on it.
Oh yeah.
I like the leverage of a handle.
Yeah, but that was back in the day when you had to hold the line like Hank Parker.
That's
and,
right.
Mr. Klein. What's
Gary,
Gary Klein? Because
You're
you didn't
right.
have fluorocarbon and brake.
You didn't
had,
even
you had to
mention-
hold the mono so
Yeah.
you could feel a bite.
you didn't even mention like the Godfather,
Who?
Rick Clunt.
Rick Klein? Yeah, but he was a winder. He didn't drag anything.
I remember my grandpa. He used to have one in Mitchell 300s. That was like the thing back then. A Mitchell 300.
I had some of those. I remember their spinning reels used to click. Remember, click, click, click
Yep.
when you would reel it.
That's right.
Jack, we'll reach out to you about that, or you can send it to David or me or whoever. We'll get it, or you can call the store.
Yeah,
We will be flexible for you.
Just let us know what size.
He said extra large.
extra large.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
Write that down.
I'm sure there's.
I won't let you forget.
I don't see that. I got it snapshotted. on my phone. Write it on the tape.
Nothing the little sandpaper can't fix.
So I wasn't here last week, and full disclosure, I did not get to watch the show. So, did you give a full breakdown of Alabama and?
I gave a full breakdown. It was a good tournament.
Yeah.
It just the last day killed me. Slinging an ear on a prop
Was it a cool experience?
It was different. I mean, it's hard to know how to fish when you catch 18-9 the first day and have like a 4-pound lead. It's
Sure.
kind of a weird place to be. I had a lot of weird emotions that week because it was like, I'm just going fishing.
Yeah.
I got a lead. I'm just going to go fishing. And it's hard to find that. I think the guys that find that are the ones that succeed because you're not worried.
I was going to ask you, fishing with the lead, did it put more pressure on you to protect it, or did it make you relax?
I was fine until the third day, and then the third day when 7 boats ran in the same area, and I slung an ear on the prop going in, and the guy who blasted off second landed on where I was planning on starting. I'm not gonna say the wheels came off, but it definitely
A little adversity for you?
it threw up a little curve.
Yeah.
You know, looking back on it, yeah, I could have picked up a shaky head and gone to a marina, caught a limit, and then after that went and did something different. But I had an area that was too good
Sure.
to me the first 2 days.
Well, that tournament's a little bit different, too. So I know you're fishing for, obviously, to win the whole thing, but you're also fishing
It's a
against
team.
your region, right?
Yeah, you're
Team thing too,
you're
right?
it's like 3 tournaments in one. First of all, you got a team tournament. So everybody on your team needs to catch fish so the team
Right.
does well because you get paid on the team side.
Okay.
And then it's like an individual tournament. You know, you're trying to cut everybody's throat and just go fish,
Sure.
do your thing. And then you're also fishing for the next tournament. If you win on your team, you get to go fish the national championship.
Right.
And it's a weird. I don't know. I was talking to my mom and dad about it this weekend, and I honestly going into it, I don't want to sound stupid, but I really did. I really didn't take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like it was not. I don't know. It's just
Maybe
weird.
that's why you did well.
I mean, I just went fishing. Like,
Probably been a good idea to take it seriously that last day. That'd probably been a good idea.
Well, I mean, no, I mean I went fishing.
What'd you have? 6 pound lead?
No, the last day I had 3 and almost 4 pounds.
But you did what you needed to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
did, you did finish first in the North Carolina region.
That's right.
So you're going to the championship,
Yeah,
right?
What lake's it on?
Pickwick, November. And I've seen Pickwick before. I have not seen it
It's
in
got a lot
November.
of trees in it, don't it?
That one
No,
area
there's
does.
there's one creek in the back of it. Looks
Mississippi.
like Santee.
Yeah. Pickwick's changed a lot since.
I qualified for a crappie tournament down there one year and ended up not going.
Yeah.
I should have went.
It was the last time I was down there was when I wrecked my truck and boat coming home. But the grass had really just gotten in that lake, and I fished the grass in October because I've been to Gunnersville a good bit, and it frosted while we were there in practice. The first one, I was like, oh man, the grass is gonna get good, because usually when I have to go, everybody, all the locals that I ended up talking to after the tournament that blasted them, like, man, they don't know how to use the grass yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it's changed
Yeah.
since then. I'm sure they probably get in it now, but
And like I said, as soon as things start to settle down, closer to fall, I'm gonna ride out there at least once, maybe twice.
It's not a bad ride. You just got to get through
No.
Atlanta a little bit and go around it. So
No, I mean, like I said, it's about 7.5 hours, I think.
yeah.
8 tops.
Is it going out of McFarland Park, or is it going out of the bottom?
That's the weird thing. Like, oh, great, you qualified. We'll see you in November, and that was it. There was no.
I'm sure Lenny could tell you.
I'm gonna dig into it. Like I said, man, being gone's great. Coming home, you got to face the music and get back to work. And
So I've been to the Great Lakes and been to St. Clair, and the biggest smallmouth I've ever caught came out of
Pickwick.
Pickwick
Yeah.
on a 3/4 ounce football jig. Day one of the tournament, went back to that spot. That's where I started, and I could catch out of a daggone drum. Caught a limit of drum on a football jig. First one I hit, and it got out in the current, and I was like, oh,
You
man,
think you
it's
done
going
got
to
it.
happen. So it's about a 20-pound drum.
We caught a big one up there in Tennessee one time. We were striper fishing up there, and man, you'd think you really had one.
Pug said he's in for a 1v1 there in October.
Listen, I gotta get the belt back.
Pug, we got to get the belt back.
Gotta bring
Shomsky
the
on
belt
here,
back
he's
home.
a standing champion right now. Which, by the way, you gave him the belt. So with that.
Long story.
Oh.
Long story. I left the belt here. He was going to come up here for a podcast, and then we were gone for a month, and yeah.
Jack, we can do that. We'll all sign the belt. Shane's not here this week. He's down at Gunnersville, but we'll
Jack,
do that
we'll
for
get
you.
it to. I'll ship it out beginning of the week. Shane will be back here Monday.
Yeah, y'all send Shane some
That's what.
positive juju and prayers
Yeah,
if you
right.
do that type of stuff. And he's down at Gunnersville
Yep.
for the
we got Tackle Warehouse Pro.
Pro Series.
When's the next elite event? Not this week, but following
I
week.
think it is the following week. And don't ask me where it is. I forget where they go.
Well, we just got to kind of talk about fantasy fishing too,
That's right.
because I mean, my good year that was going well turned to bad.
Yeah, I missed an event, and we had a baby, and I missed another one.
That's what I've been
They're
saying.
going to
Bud.
Fork.
Fork. There it is. What's that?
He said Shane needs to get that going.
Get what going?
Probably the 1v1.
What's he doing now anyway? What are you talking about?
He's at Gunnersville.
Priorities. He said priorities, Shane. That's what I've been telling him.
Livesey or Walters on the Fork? I don't know, man. I'm sure the shad spawn's going to be going on.
I don't think Walter's little jerkbait deal will play as much.
I don't either. Brandon Cobb won down there. The TT. Is this the TTBC thing? The weigh-in?
Texas.
Yeah, the
it may
weigh-in
be.
release thing.
It may be, but hey, isn't Keith Combs still fishing?
Yeah, but he always, for some reason, doesn't do well on Fork. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe this
I want to
time.
say Zaldane about one with the Hogfather down there a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. He caught some good ones.
Cobb.
That put old
Won that
Tater
one
Hog on
year.
the map right there.
It
What?
did well, yeah.
Tater Hog was on the map in California, but that definitely blew it.
That was the last time. Well, Lee Livesey caught whatever 33 pounds the final day down there last year. So,
Yeah,
Oh boy,
yeah, that was crazy.
yeah.
Kyle, we ain't ever fished that pond. What's it about?
Cooper Holmes Road.
I know
Is that
what that's
you?
about.
Is that you, Queen? Oh, post that's fork in general weigh and release. I didn't know that.
That's Forks of Slot Lake.
Okay.
It is every tournament there. You
I
can
knew it was
take
Slot
you can
Lake,
take
but-
a big one, and for weigh in, but it's
I knew it was a slot lake, but I didn't know. I thought they might get a waiver or something to bring them to the scales.
no. Florida gives you a waiver for 12-inch fish. Oh boy.
I ain't saying that.
You already did.
Oh boy.
That
Well,
one should be fun though. There will be a
See, I
lot.
can't see that, so he got to send it to you.
no, it's just evidently you are blocked.
Exactly.
There will be a lot of fish catches at Fork. That'll be fun to watch.
Casey, come see me tomorrow.
Man needs a haircut. Told you I'm growing it out like the cool kids.
Just so you know, it won't make you cool.
I figured he was going for the old Joe Dierte look.
There you go.
Well, he's had that for a long time. Though.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Queen, are the crappie biting out here yet?
Yeah, they've been biting. They've slacked up a little bit lately. I mean, for like up around the bank spawning and stuff. I went out there and caught them 4 or 5 times pretty good though. I mean, I went about a week and a half ago before I went to Missouri, and we did catch about 15. But it was, like I say, they've kind of backed off up shallow.
I was gonna say I went one day last week after work for a couple hours, and thought I'd found a brim bed, but they were crappy.
Yeah. I railed them there for about, I don't know, a week or two straight, going out there. I fished probably 4 or 5 times and
Yeah.
really caught a bunch.
Yeah, there was one lay down in a pocket, and
Mm-hmm.
dang, that's a big old brim bed. Man, that was just a big old
Was
brim.
the water clear? Could
Yeah.
you see? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there must be. We've got some shell crackers out here. They're
Mhm.
starting to show up.
I
They
caught
get
some.
big,
I caught some shell crackers last time I was out there, good size.
and I was like, those must be shell crackers because they're big. And I was messing with them with a jig, and I got one on to bite it. And I was
Mhm.
like, I'm not going to set the hook because it,
Yeah.
just destroy them. So then I got my jig hung up in the laydown. I went up there and looked, and there's about 5 big crappie laying
Yeah.
right off the end of it. And I was like, dang, that's a crappie on the bed.
Zach Lamb says Toyota dropped out of that tournament, so Big Fish doesn't get a truck anymore. Is it the Toyota dropped out of the tournament, or there's not trucks
I
to
was
give
gonna
away?
say it's probably because they don't have one to give away because all the shortages. That'll be fun to watch. They'll blast them,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Yeah,
shadow spawning.
post spawn at Fork.
Lee Livesey will be by far, hands down, favored to pick the win there, especially him coming off win at
Yeah.
Watts Bar in the Open.
Yeah,
Keith Combs will be good.
if he can hold it together.
That one guy does real well down there all the time too.
Short? No.
Nah, what's his name? It's the old. He's in a Bass Cat. It's old blonde-haired guy who puts gel in it and acts crazy all the time. Reels with left-handed reels. God, what's that dude's name?
Like your dad. Reels with left-handed reels.
Backwards.
Does he still do that?
Yes. Yes.
I said, dang, Russ, you're
Oh.
right-handed. He said, yeah. He said, but
And it kills me because
you don't want to change it.
listen. I've been fishing with him. Pipkins.
Pipkins.
Chad
There you go.
yeah.
Chad Pipkins.
I wonder if he's right-handed.
Who?
Did somebody put that in there? Or did you
Yeah,
know that?
no.
Tim Kelly got me.
That was the other one I couldn't.
Does
I
he,
was-
is he right-handed, reels left-handed
Who?
like Russ?
Who?
Chad Pipkins.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't understand it. Listen, I'll never forget it. We were fishing a Thursday night tournament out here, and he had a Vixen tied on a rod, and it was just plumb in the way. And I was giving him grief for having it tied on. We caught a couple fish out deep, and all of a sudden the whole school come up and erupted. I picked that Vixen up, hosed it out there because it was like right there. I'm like, well, it's backwards, but I'll try it. I hosed it out there. About 2 hits on it. That thing, kabloosh! And I leaned into it, and I'm over here like, I can't get the thing to the boat.
You know, so I tried to learn to flip right-handed when we go to Florida, and what I realized was when I try to reel with my left hand of the bait caster, I hold the handle still
And reel the rod. Yeah.
It's weird though. I mean, when I throw an open face, I reel with my left hand.
I do too, but you want to know why? It's because the spin on a spinning rod is wider.
That's right.
I bet you if you put a big old leverage handle on there, you'd be all right.
Yeah,
I still don't think I could do
caught
it.
myself doing that. I'd set the hook and then wind the rod.
Yeah.
That can't be good.
No, I lost a bunch of fish doing that.
Mark
I
Cox,
realized.
you live down that way, don't you? He knows all that stuff. I think he lives close to Fork.
So the pros can weigh and release it for it.
Yeah, all their tournaments are catch, weigh, and release. Which here's the thing, that's not a bad way to go. I don't think
No,
it doesn't make for a good weigh-in show, but
it makes for a good live TV show.
Oh yeah.
yeah, for live, sure. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Christopher Cook, I got a whole bunch of packages for you today.
Yeah.
But
I'm losing. I can't see the comments all of a sudden.
it's Facebook, man.
You gotta touch it
There
and
we
bring it back up.
There's the champ on here.
Sean Ski.
There he is.
There he is.
Yep. Well, Shane challenged him last week, and then
Did he?
yep, he did. He publicly challenged him,
And then left.
and then left, and I guess they're having private conversations about it.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
We'll
is
see.
Sean formally accepted?
Sean did not formally accept last week, but we weren't 100% sure if he saw. It's still in limbo.
Sean, can we put
Since
you on the
we've been
spot?
playing
Ah,
Have
they've been
you-
playing phone
That's
tag.
Have you formally accepted Shane's challenge?
Have you thought about a lake, Sean?
They haven't talked yet.
Well, it's Sean's decision. He's the winner.
I understand.
He's the
What's he
champ.
got to talk with Shane for?
I guess they got.
timing, I guess.
I guess they got to talk about timing. But come on, give us a little preview. Where you want to go? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, what you looking at?
He accepted. All right. So Shane versus Sean. Walker's on here now too.
He's
Is there something? Is there something to
stupid.
Francis Green?
yeah, he's stupid.
Oh, so you get to see that one?
Yeah, 'cause he's walk.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy.
We all knew he was anyway.
Oh,
So Sean's trying to work around his schedule or Shane's schedule.
well, I know this. He's gone this week, and then he's back for like 3 weeks to a month. So,
Sean, you taking Murray
oof.
Yeah.
or down your way at Santee?
The only problem with Santee is I think coverage will be sketchy.
So areas of it would be, but you just have to film and we'd have to post it. We'd have to make a TV show,
Mhm.
which might not be a bad thing. I can do all that stuff with. I got editing software to do it. You just have to get all the videos to me somehow. And patch them all together.
I wonder if I could GoPro it. Just
Yeah.
put a GoPro in each
GoPro
boat.
would
We
be
can
the
make
easiest
a
way to do it.
make a thing,
AT&T is good, but Verizon is terrible.
which is true until you get up stump hole and above. You get up stump hole and above, which I don't know if either one of them are going to venture.
I don't know. That could be Sean's out. Hey man, we can't go live. We don't have good service. Yeah, we do. No, we can't go live right
Oh boy!
we
We,
can have.
did, we,
we
was
can
at
have.
Greenwood that couldn't go live. It was like dead.
No, we didn't have a problem.
We can have
it was
a.
dead where we was.
We
at.
could have a Potato Creek and
Potato and Wabu?
Wabu Creek Showdown.
That's right.
I'll be honest with you. From what I'm hearing, there you ain't really got to leave there to catch fish.
Ding, ding, ding. Can't fool y'all.
So, Sean, are you saying it's Santee, or are you not willing
I
to?
think it's probably going to depend on how late it gets. If them things get out in those trees,
Watch. He's gonna pull some.
Pug ain't allowed to help Shane. Pug's gonna be his cameraman, Sean.
I think Pug and Shane have already taken a couple trips to Santee together. I don't know that you got to worry about any help.
Yeah.
Watch, Sean's gonna chicken out and go to Cooper River or something
Oh
dumb.
man, there's giant ones in the Cooper River too.
That means I have to get a hotel
Shane's
room.
Camera guy.
My in-laws have a lake house in Moultrie. Just stay at it.
Is,
Although that's a long ride for John C. from there, about as long as it is from here.
is it really?
Yeah. Not by boat, but by car.
Oh, now we got.
Oh man, he's gonna get Riley to help him.
I'll tell you what might just happen. They may just meet here in the morning about 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna take them to the lake, and they ain't gonna know where they're going until they show up.
That's right. Pug's got a place we can stay at
Oh,
too.
no,
That's up in
Mystery
Wabu,
Lake.
where's your
Old Mystery Lake.
Mystery Lake.
Oh yeah.
Chapin Bass Club Open Tourney. Brandon, give us some details. Where is that at? Is that in is that on Murray, or is that at Santee, or where is it?
There's a lot of truth to that, Sean. You know what? While we're talking tournaments, just fish the river behind Wiley.
That'd be fun.
Behind or below? Joey, come on, get your directions right.
22nd
That
at
might be
Murray.
tough if you
Was
didn't
that
have a
2
John
weeks?
boat.
Huh?
That would be tough if you didn't have a John boat.
Right now, the way they're not pulling water, yeah.
It's pretty skinny down there.
No, then we'd have to be in kayaks, and that would not end well.
Below.
May 22nd at Murray. Well, I said the BFL would take over 24. Nobody believed me. It took 27. May 22nd, I'm going to say it's going to take 24 and change.
I don't know what's going on down there right now. I would assume the herring stuff's going, but one person I asked about it said that it's going, but there ain't nothing in it yet. So
There's a lot of fish that are just getting
It'll be
unspawned.
time.
this has been a really cold spring.
Stay cool. Yeah.
Man, I'm wearing a
That's what kept
sweatshirt.
happening to the crappies. They would get up
I
and
think
start.
there's still some fish out here that are on the bed
Yeah.
still.
They would some get up around the bank, and then you'd have a cold front, and then it would just like they would. I
Oh,
mean,
heck,
you
it
go
was-
up there and catch nothing.
It's 41 this morning when I got up to take the kids to school. So
It's going to be chilly tomorrow morning, too.
good. I hope it's cold this weekend to keep pleasure boaters off the lake
They won't.
until we weigh in.
They won't. Yeah, we got to talk about that
Okay.
this weekend. All right, so I got a message today, which I was told about it a while back, but my memory is not real long most days. There is a Bassmaster Team Open tournament on Wiley Sunday. What is Sunday's date? The 15th?
Yes. It is.
May 15th. It's $120 a boat. Let me read this so I don't butcher this because I knew I was gonna. Let's see here.
We appreciate it, Sean.
Open tournament Sunday, Lake Wiley. Registration begins at 4:30 to 5:30 a.m. Blast off at 6 or safe light. $120 per boat plus $25 membership. Weigh in at 3. And there's something about a pro entry division for $750, and it says there's about 10 already signed up. So check into that this Sunday at Wiley if you're looking for something to do.
And we have the CBC on Hickory. You going up there?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I haven't been. I can't go Saturday. I think hopefully we stay in the points. I was only able to fish till 11 in the Wiley CBC. I got several bites, but only had 2 fish for 6 and 2 for 6. I think it was like 628. I didn't realize it was as tough as it was. I only needed 2 more bites, and I'd have been in check money. So,
Well, I don't know about hickory. We'll see.
Queen catch small hickory.
I caught some that one year up there in
Y'all kicked my
CBC.
tail up there. You and Robin, y'all sat on one point the whole day.
That's the only place we could catch anything.
Biggest point on the whole lake. I drove past them 5 times. Dang, Queen Robin ain't moved yet.
I was like, we can't catch them nowhere else. It's the only place we can catch them. I think we did catch one fish on a little rock pile that we pulled up on, and that was our 5th fish. If we hadn't, that's all we caught was 5 keepers the whole time.
Joey, I'm with you. I am not a fan of Lake Hickory at all.
No. Christopher, I do not have a link to it. I tried to look it up, but it's very vague on the website. I'll see what I can do when this is over and see if we can post something.
Tim, it will take whatever David Williams has to win on Kerr.
It could take 20. It could take 20 up there
David's
for
got
real.
that place figured out right now.
I'd like to go up to Lake James and catch some of them smallmouth. He said Lake James.
Yeah, they should be doing that there.
I'd like to go up there and catch them. There's some good ones up there in Lake James too, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
There's so many other great lakes to go to that are 2 hours away other than James.
Yeah, but you can't catch. You can't catch.
Sean, why can't you go to Watery? I know the CBC's coming up, but how's that going to affect anything?
Might have.
Oh, he thinks the secret information he's got's going to get outed.
What? At Watery?
Yeah. I can tell you this, the water level.
Tomorrow. Man, I wish I could go with you.
Where are you going,
He said he's going to James.
James?
Yeah.
That'll be fun up there.
I wish I could go with you,
ever
but I
been
gotta
up
go get a
there?
refrigerator.
No, you signed yourself
Have you
up
ever
for
been
that
up
one.
there when the
No,
smallmouth
I
spawning?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. You'll see them down
I like
there
to
in
catch 'em,
25 foot of water.
Yeah.
Just down there on the bottom. One of the funniest things I've ever been a part of was up there when I was a kid. My dad didn't have a boat, and we'd go with his tournament partner. His name was Chris Garn. He had an 18.5 foot Stratus with I think it was a 150 Evinrude on it. You know, back when that's all you needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably still all you need, but we were up there and you could see all those big smallmouth on the beds. I mean, they were right out in the middle of the pockets, literally in 20 foot of water.
Yeah.
And there's a great big one on the bed. Chris had flipped a tube out and you could watch it go down, right? Doing a big spiral going down. And we're all 3 standing on the deck of that boat watching it, right? And it goes down and it gets in that bed and that big smallmouth gets over there and sucks it in and spits it out. And Garn didn't even move, right? And my dad goes, "Did you see that?" And Garn goes, "Yep."
What was he wanting to do? Run with it?
He didn't expect it to eat it. Never got the bites after that.
Why go to James when you go to Monticello and catch smallmouth?
No, you can catch them down there too.
And they don't let pleasure boaters out there.
Yeah, I mean, I like to fish down there. But, I mean, I think James, I don't know if James has got more smallmouth than Monticello, but, I mean,
I don't know.
I've caught some big ones down there. I've caught the biggest one I ever caught down there. I caught one
Monticello?
close to 6 pounds. Yeah, it was a big one.
I've never caught anything. Wasn't mine. I was caught. Well, I've
Catch
only
a
been on
bunch
it
of them
twice.
probably in the 2.5, 3 pound range. But,
I've
I
only
mean,
been on it twice.
but James has got big ones in it too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could catch 4 or 5 pound smallmouth up there.
They bite a fluke up there like crazy. It's fun to watch them come out and get it out of the end of them trees.
Yeah, I've seen people catching some nice smallmouth up at Lake James. I can't catch those smallmouth down there in the summertime. I guess they go so deep or whatever. But
At
like,
Monticello?
yeah, in the winters when you catch them,
Yeah.
seems like.
John said he's second in the points in the CBC because I can't be showing everyone this. Of 1v1 at Watery. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, well.
1v1 at Watery.
Watery's not South Carolina Bass Federation, Bass Nation, so it's a similar to a federation deal. Interesting. Here's the rules. All right. I'll see what.
Just post the link to it in the
All right.
comments. The CBC's coming
40
up.
foot deep.
You got to have the lakes off limits officially now, and you got to have your entry in by Wednesday midnight.
Oh, the CBC at Hickory.
Yeah, at Hickory.
Yeah.
They did fish a Phantom this past weekend.
I thought they'd give you till Wednesday to have your entry in.
Yeah, Wednesday at
Yeah,
midnight.
okay.
So Thursday at basically
Midnight.
12
12 a.m.
o'clock, 12 a.m. and with 1 second, you guys got to be in.
All right. There it is. It's pinned.
They did fish the Phantom at Watery this past weekend.
Yep.
Mhm.
Norris has won it.
Yep.
17 something, right?
Yep. Jeff and Jacob Norris was 1784. And they
Yep.
also had big fish too.
They've been on a little bit of a tear down there this year. I also heard the lake was stupid low.
Yeah.
96.4 or
Some of
something.
their fish look like they're still out right there. Looks like it ain't done its thing yet.
Man, I've been watching this lake. They love to pull this lake down every time it gets high.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it all spring this year too.
Every time,
I noticed that crappie fishing out there. I go out there and one day it'll be up and nice, and then you go back out there the next day and it'll be
Talking about
dropped.
Wiley?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be dropped a foot.
I did see a ball of fry on Wednesday, so that was
I
that
seen
made
a
me
lot of
smile. I hadn't seen any fry for years, so
I seen a lot of bass on the bed when I was out there crappie fishing. I never did see nothing really big, but
yeah.
I
bunch
still-
of buck
I
bass.
still
about
think-
3 pound, probably about the biggest one I've seen.
I still think a lot of those fish are still like spawning. Like I really truly do. I think that's why shad spawn has been so hit
Well,
or
I
miss.
can tell you this: in the CBC, I was in the biggest shad spawn I've ever seen in my life. I never got a single bite out of it.
You know why? There ain't no fish in this lake.
Yeah.
That's why.
They were legitimately spawning on my boat. That's how many of them there were there.
I'm telling you, there's no fish, no numbers of fish in this lake like they used to be. I mean, there's some small ones, but the numbers of big fish that get up there and eat shad, they're not in here no more. They're gonna have to start stocking.
I did. I heard DNR's working on it. They had 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Whenever I was at Hatteras, they had a boat up here, shocking fish, getting DNA samples to finalize the DNA study, so that they can figure out what we've got to implement a stocking program
They need
that
to.
will work.
Something needs to happen because I'm telling you, it's as bad as it gets out here.
Tim, we sure did. We talked about it earlier, Mr. Ray Scott. Y'all catch any fishes? It's McKinley messing around. Got 2 pre-spawn bass on Santee this past Saturday. I believe it. It's been cold this,
I'm telling
this
you.
spring.
Just based off of how fish in other places are acting, we're behind.
Old Joe's been on a tear here this spring. I think he's got a check in just about everything he's fished.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Did he and Jay cash a check here?
Yeah. I think they had like 13 pounds, 14 pounds.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
It only took, 15 to 80 something to win?
No. Todd Gardner and him had 1684.
1680.
Eddie Smith, Michael Carson had 16 something.
Yeah, but that's still terrible for this place what it
And
used to be. Tell me 17 pounds. That's it.
Listen, last year it was taking 18 to 20 this same time to win.
Yeah.
I think I really truly think the fish are out of sync with the cold. You know, I think the shad spawn started and there's still bass not to that point.
I can just tell you this. 10 years ago, if you had 17 pounds, it's
Chuck them back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 10 years ago in the shad spawn, you could go out there and catch 4 and 5 pounders too.
When I was a kid, if you didn't have 21, 22, you might as well throw them back this time of the year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That the big fish is not in the lake no more like they used to be.
Mark Cox,
If
Lake
they are.
Norman. They're trying to stock F1s in Lake Norman right now. South Carolina's predominantly Florida strain. I want to say the last numbers that they had, South Carolina bass are 87% Florida strain. So I don't know what they're going to come up with the whole. They're doing a DNA study right now to kind of get a grasp on what to stock. If you stock Northerns in with Floridas, you create F1s. If you stock F1s with Floridas, you got Florida. It's just fun. It's all biology stuff. I don't know. That's a Brandon conversation.
Jody, I agree with you. The Phantom on Wiley was way better than the CBC. I caught a bunch of fish in the Phantom and lost one of those Lake Wiley dinosaurs we talked about. Got me wrapped up in a boat lift and she got off.
Did you
That's a
read the big?
one.
Did you read the big article a few weeks ago? I seen it on Facebook. There's posted an article about bass getting accustomed to pressure, and it was a big thing. They done a study on them, and it was in like small lakes. It wasn't like in a big lake. It was in small lakes, and they basically had a lake, and they said they had a certain amount of fish that they caught, and they marked them to like the fish that bit.
Mm-hmm.
They caught the fish, they'd mark them, and then there was some fish in the lake that didn't bite. That was like supposedly smarter than the fish that did bite a lot. So then they took the fish, they drained the lake, acquired all the fish. I mean, this is like
That did bite.
the fish that was marked. They took all them, put them in a separate pond as the ones that didn't bite as much, and then fished. And they said the ones that bit more, they caught more fish out of the ones that bit more than the ones that didn't bite. They wanted to make sure that it wasn't just because they was all in the same pond. They wanted to separate them and see.
Gotcha.
But they said the more the fish got caught, the more they didn't bite as good.
Gotcha.
So I mean that's what they come to find out anyway. But the fish that never bit or didn't bite still didn't bite.
So
And they was
what you're saying is we need to go back to catching them and eating them.
That's what they was talking about. That they was talking about that, about it being to where the fish was accustomed to pressure.
Well,
That-
you read the signs out here every boat launch. You're only allowed to have one largemouth meal a week.
A week. Hey, you know what Johnson said? We was up there in Tennessee catching them stripers, and it says you know, it's got a sign up. It says not to keep the stripers. And Johnson, you know what Johnson says, don't you? He says they just put that up there so that you don't keep them. That's what he said.
Consider the source, right?
He said just put that up there to keep you from keeping them. That's what he said.
Listen, if there was a mercury problem, Matt Queen wouldn't be here today for as many crappies as he's eating out of this place.
Apparently they don't bother.
It's not mercury. It's here. It's PCBs that they claim is what's in this lake.
Well, I mean, when you've got textile mills dumping in the South Fork River for 40
Yeah,
years,
PCBs is what they claim. But
1706 at OH.
all that comes from, I guess, Celanese plant and all that stuff
Up in the
up in the river.
Yeah.
Yep. But they say that stuff can last in the lake and stay in the lake
it
forever.
gets in the sediment that you can never get out.
Yep. But I know it's bad silt in the lake too. I mean, the Baxter
Oh, it's
Creek's is
terrible.
silting in a lot.
I really think that environmental pressures here have taken a toll. All the new construction, the backs of the creek silting in. I mean, you think they don't have anywhere to live.
But in that article too, they was talking about a lot of the fishermen doing catch and release, and they've been catch and release for a long time. I mean, there's still people that keep the bass and eat them, but there's not like there was back in the 70s and 80s.
Oh,
you know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
you can 100% see a difference just in the way that fish fight.
Mm-hmm.
So out here, you catch a big one, and it just kind of rolls over.
Oh yeah,
and
he's done
line
been
it
caught.
in,
He
yeah.
knows the drill.
You go to other places that don't have as much pressure. You get out
That's
of
right.
Santee and catch a 14-incher. I
He's
mean,
fighting.
he is.
Yep, he trying to get off.
Yeah, I mean, he.
Yeah, they
But I mean, think about though, if the fish has been caught 100 times out there, they got to get smarter about
Yeah.
what they eat.
no, they just eat it. They lay over, go for a little boat ride, ride in the
It's like
jacuzzi, and get
same
released.
thing at the carp pond when Shane takes the carp
That's
fishing.
right.
You catch a big giant carp, man. They just lay come up to the top of the water and just wind them in.
Throw them in a little tube, go weigh them, drop them back in the lake.
They go back down and start eating again.
We'll be back next week, boys.
Chris is on here. Chris, we talking about fish getting accustomed to being caught. What do you think about it? If a fish gets caught 100 times, do you think it makes them any smarter?
Well, I can tell you this: the way I've been fishing this year, I haven't taught many of them much. So
That's what I'm saying. They might all be smart and wise to your game.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll start doing stupid stuff again.
I still don't think there's no fish in the lake. They might be plenty of them. They just all smart and they're not wanting to bite our lures, but I don't think so.
Well, it's a
I'm not
combination.
buying it.
The water being jerked off their head during the spawn really doesn't help them,
Oh, it don't help the spawn, that's for sure.
like at all.
No. And I don't know. You'd think Duke Power would realize that and not. They're worried to death they're going to flood Watery again.
Duke
Well,
Power
Watery
doesn't
got flooded
care.
that one time, and they're scared to death they're going to flood Watery again.
Duke Power doesn't care about that. It's nickel for them. Every time water goes through that dam, somebody's
They're
getting
making
paid.
money, yeah. But I mean, you would think they would at least, from an environmental standpoint, you would think they would at least, in a fishery standpoint, you'd think they would keep the water up during the spring. If not any other time, they'd keep the water up during the spring.
The real problem is when all the FERC agreements are agreed upon for the lakes with the EPA and all that stuff. There's not a fisherman sitting at that table. There's nobody to go to bat for
Do they
fisheries.
They don't even make power through the dams anymore, though, don't they? They
Yeah,
just pump
no.
it through.
No, that's
I think it's still hydroelectric,
What-
but I mean, a lot of it comes from a nuclear plant down
I
here.
was gonna say, well, there's two
But I
of them,
mean,
right?
it's still-
They take one in the river and let it go in the South Fork,
Yeah,
and
it's
one
still-
over here at Beaver Creek and let it go in Big Allison.
Yeah, well, the one,
yeah, but no, the
one
dam
up
is
Plant
still
Allen's a steam
hydroelectric,
station.
Okay.
It's a steam station,
and they don't run that because they get fined every time they turn it on.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one up in
They get
Up in the
fined
river.
every time they turn
Plant
that
Allen?
on. Yep.
Mhm.
Now they still make power at the Wiley Dam.
I was say Pug can tell us for sure.
Yeah, Pug knows.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris says the same thing. They get educated.
Look at the chatterbait. It's not as it used to
No.
be. You throw a
Okay.
chatterbait down the bank, and
You don't catch them on that neither.
I mean it's the same thing. They get smart to it.
We need to come out with a new, latest, greatest lure that they've never seen before that they want to bite.
Man, I
It's
thought
called-
you found that today. The old flu
I
tail.
might have.
The old flu.
It's called dynamite.
Easy. That's a secret.
They bite dynamite every time you throw it in the water.
Yeah. Old flu.
Old flu bait.
Problem is with dynamite, you can't let the small
I'm
ones
telling
go.
you, you say what you want to. That bait looks good.
It does. It does. It looks stupid, but it looks like it'll work.
I'll show Brandon here in a minute, but you got to keep that on the DL. That might be the
That's fine.
latest, greatest thing.
Hey man, Chris can tell you, we got on the Whopper Plopper deal a long time before the Whopper
Oh,
Plopper
yeah.
deal was the Whopper
I
Plopper deal.
guarantee you.
I
Yep.
bought my very first one here when before you had the store, and it was the musky one, the only one that they had, and they exploded on that. I mean, you'd catch fish smaller than that thing. They didn't care. It was
No, it was new. It
ridiculous.
was different
Yeah.
sound. It's
Going offshore live scoping.
Jabberjaw.
Jabberjaw, chatterbait.
David saw the Jabberjaw.
that's ignorant. I ain't caught a fish on one. You know, I went out and bought like 6 of them after that, and I ain't caught a fish on one since.
That's right.
Think I bite that thing? Yeah, I got one. Are you serious? Where'd that fish come from? I
Kicked
don't know. It
my
was about
tail.
that deep for water.
Kicked my tail on that stupid thing.
Christopher Cook brings up a good point. I've caught the same fish in the same day on the same bait.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of that happens too because let's just face it, fish aren't that
Hey.
smart.
We need some dumb ones stocked in here.
That one I
Oh, no.
caught, they had, you know how they get that pigmentation funky stuff on it? They had like a black side of
Yeah,
its
had the
face.
black. Yeah.
Yeah, so I caught.
That big one I caught a few years ago had a black dot
Yeah.
on her head.
Uh,
They say though that black stuff, what I've heard, it means the lake's healthy if
Really?
they got that black.
That
didn't
is
know that.
that is a rumor. That pigmentation is a sign of a healthy fishery. But I can tell you this:
This
I
ain't
hadn't
healthy.
caught,
It ain't healthy. out
I
there.
ain't caught one with a black pigmentation in a couple of years.
They so I caught one at the mouth of Crowder's on a jerkbait, and then caught the same fish in the morning. He was schooling back when they was schooling this place, and then I caught them in the almost all the way in the back in the afternoon on an Alabama rig. Same fish.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, on a jerkbait again. Same fish. Same jerkbait, same fish.
Oh yeah, they travel, they move around.
He looked at it and said, "Man, that looks so good the first time. I'm gonna eat it again."
They was talking.
All 13 and a half inches of them.
A guy told me one time, I don't know if it's true or not, but down in the Congaree River, them stripers, they put like radio trackers on them
to see where they go.
and see where they go. And they track some of them going like 40 and 50 miles a day. Like, I mean, from Santee all the way to the dam and back in a 24-hour period of time. Yeah. And that was true. When they used to run the water down there, a lot of the fish would go up. And then if they wasn't running water, you had to go down to catch
Yeah.
them.
Listen, I thought about buying some of those satellite tags out here and doing my own little study. And then I looked at the cost of the tags. Was like, nope.
Yeah.
About $1,500 a pop.
I'll have to teach you how to use them too.
Yeah, you would. You would.
Probably. Probably.
I'm proud
I've
of you, man.
I've
you
tagged
got
many.
this thing on autopilot though. You got this figured out now.
Yeah, well,
It only took us 100 times.
you get there. I've tagged plenty of fish though in my life. I think I can figure it out.
We got anything else to talk about tonight?
No, I'm about ready to wrap it up.
All
What
right.
time is it?
I'm hungry.
8:30,
It's almost 8:30.
8:15.
Yep. All right. Team Trail on Wiley this weekend. CBC Saturday. The Team Trail Sunday.
Y'all
BFL
text,
at
call
Kerr.
Shane, send him a message. Follow him. He's down at Gunnersville.
Yep. Come by the shop Thursday, Friday. We'll have MLF streaming or the Tackle Warehouse Pro Tour.
We'll do fancy fishing next week.
Yep. Next Monday night. Monday or we may be changing nights of the podcast. Stay tuned for that.
Jack, I think you reached out to David. Hunter, reach out to David. We'll get your
Houston.
I called you
Yeah,
Hunter
Jack.
again.
Jack and Houston Spivey. Jack Hartsville
Hartzell.
Hartzell.
Yep. He sent me a message.
and
Okay.
Houston Spivey was the winners tonight.
Get you all your
Well,
Rusty
congratulations.
Hooks Live gear.
No, he sent. Yeah.
Houston did.
Houston sent a message. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. We'll get y'all taken care of.
All right. Houston, not Hunter.
Houston.
I'm just gonna call him not Hunter.
Not Hunter.
Yeah.
Where are we at here? I'm so discombobulated.
You got him. Did he send you a message to you, both of them?
One of them did. I think Jack said he sent one to my personal page. I'll
Yeah.
figure out how to get
We'll
to
get
that
on
in a
there.
minute. All right, guys. Rusty Hooks Live, where our hooks may be rusty, but our points are always sharp. Stop by and see us at the store. Watch Shane this week. Cheer for him. Say a prayer for him. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you.